Hi there, and welcome back to our van build channel, where I take you along on the conversion of Hector, our Peugeot Boxer L2H2. If you've seen the previous episode, you know I started taking out one of the wooden side panels. Nice poplar plywood, by the way. I'm definitely keeping that for later. And no, I'm not just ripping it out for fun. We're getting ready to insulate the van soon, but before we do that, I want to check something that's pretty common with vans like this. Rust forming under the sliding door rail. I already have a feeling of what we're going to find, but hey, let's not get ahead of ourselves. First, we'll loosen these 6 bolts that secure the door rail to the van. There's also one on the side, which I'll show you in a moment. Make sure you don't drop the bolts into the side wall. Not the most practical thing I've done, to be honest. Also, make sure the sliding door is closed while you're doing this. Not only is it awkward to work on the rail otherwise, but I can't really take responsibility if everything suddenly comes loose or drops down. Six bolts. Don't push them out, just leave them in place for now. There's one more bolt on the side, but that one gave me a lot of trouble. It just wouldn't budge, no matter what I tried or what equipment I used. And because I didn't want to wreck it completely.
A few moments later.
Plan B then. Let's see if we can still have a look without removing that last bolt. And just as I suspected, behind this rail I found quite a mess, and the first signs of rust. I also came across some leftover bits of lettering that had once been stuck on the van. I carefully scraped off the last bits of lettering and then started cleaning the back of the rail as well as the side panel of the van behind it. Just look how dirty that is. So yes, it really was worth checking this out. Lot of work for a sticker barely a square centimetre in size. But in the end, I managed to get it off. And bit by bit, the rusty spots started to show. If I don't deal with them now, I'll never be able to sort it out properly once the van is fully fitted, and the rail bolts are hidden behind the insulation. Even though my cloth got dirty really quickly and it turned out to be more work than I expected, I could slowly wipe away all that grime. And once I closed the door completely, I realised I could loosen the rail a bit more than I thought, which let me clean things up just that little bit better. This doesn't really need explaining. High time to tackle it properly. First a good sanding and a degrease, and then a solid anti-rust treatment to finish it all off. I taped off the parts that didn't need sanding or stripping, just to avoid creating extra work. Here you can see the work in progress, sanding down the bad spots. Since it was impossible to use a machine here, this turned into a bit of handwork with fairly coarse sandpaper. And after degreasing, I could bring out my trusty silver hammerite again and give everything a fresh coat of paint. I gave it 2 coats and then left it to dry nicely for quite a while.
2 moments later.
On second thought, more like a whole day later. After removing the protective tape, I grabbed a tube of clear silicone and sealed off the top of the rail, just to make sure no water or dirt could sneak in behind it anymore. But before you do that, don't forget to tighten those 6 bolts again. This way the rail is properly secured before you add any silicone. I put on a fresh strip of tape and sealed the gap between the rail and the van's metal, hoping this will keep water and dirt from getting in behind the rail again. That's another job well done, or at least I think so. I hope you found this episode interesting. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you back for episode 4, when we'll start with the insulation work. Bye for now. See you in the next one.